They won't say it out loud, but Paris Saint-Germain are nervous. You can see it in the way they train. Not sharp, not focused, like a group of schoolboys pretending to study before an exam they know they are not passing. You can see it in Luis Enrique's eyes during press conferences. He tries to laugh, tries to be calm, but he knows, deep down, the final is coming, and Chelsea are not to be taken lightly. Now, if you had said this 6 months ago, people would have laughed. Chelsea? The chaotic circus of a club? The billion-pound experiment with no results? A team so young their squad looked like a university prospectus? But times have changed. This is no longer the Chelsea that tripped over itself every second week. This is a Chelsea side that's grown teeth, rediscovered purpose, and, most importantly, struck fear into one of the most expensive footballing projects on the planet. And the moment the panic started, one sentence. 7 words, from a man who rarely hands out compliments. João Pedro is one of the best. Luis Enrique said it, and the room fell quiet. You see, when Luis Enrique, the manager of PSG, a club that breathes self-confidence and bathes in oil money swagger, starts praising a Chelsea player like that, it's not just flattery. It's a crack, a sign, a confession. Because he sees what we see, João Pedro is different. The Brazilian attacker, who once flew under radars buzzing too loudly over Paris, Munich, and Madrid, has become the heartbeat of Chelsea's final third creativity. A player with elegance in his touch and venom in his finishing. He doesn't just dribble past players. He makes them question their entire career choices. And Luis Enrique knows it. His faced top talents before. Coach Neymar, Messi, Suarez, Mbappe. His seen brilliance. But something about João Pedro right now, it's real, it's raw, it's rising. And when he called him one of the best, he wasn't just being polite. He was sending a quiet warning to his own defenders. You'd better wake up, or he'll ruin you. Because João Pedro isn't coming into this final to shake hands and trade shirts. He's coming to carve his name into the world stage, and is bringing a blue army with him. Chelsea, collectively, are not just a threat. They are the threat. PSG are used to facing stiff competition in Europe, yes, but what makes Chelsea so uniquely terrifying is that you can't predict where the damage will come from. It could be Palmer, the silent assassin, a man who looks like he should be solving equations but ends up solving defenses instead. Calm, calculated, and with the coldest left foot this side of Stamford Bridge. He doesn't celebrate wildly. He doesn't talk much. He just hurts you. Or maybe it'll come from Sterling, revitalized, reborn, and running like he's 22 again. His form heading into this final is no joke. PSG's right back is going to need a cold bath and probably a therapist after the match. And let's not forget the midfield. Enzo Fernandez, the man who carries the aura of a World Cup winner in his passing alone. There's something imperial about him. When he's on the pitch, he controls not just the ball, but the tempo of reality. He slows the game down when needed, speeds it up when he chooses, and PSG's midfielders know they'll be dancing to his rhythm. Next to him, Moises Caicedo, the human vacuum cleaner, the Ecuadorian who covers ground like Google Maps. You want to get through midfield? Good luck. You're going through Enzo's intelligence and Caicedo's tackles. It's like trying to play the violin while being chased by a rhino. PSG's elegant midfield trio, Vitinha, Ugarte, and whoever else they slot in to look busy, will need more than flair to survive. They'll need armor. And if, by some miracle, they do manage to break through, they'll meet Levi Colwill, composed beyond his years, and Axel Disasi, who defends like he's personally offended by through balls. And behind them, Petrovic, the Serbian shot-stopper who came in as a backup, but now plays like a boss. The man has hands like magnets and the confidence of someone who's never spilled a drink in his life. So yes, Luis Enrique's compliment wasn't just for João Pedro. It was a nervous admission that Chelsea, this young, dangerous, fearless Chelsea, are more than a worthy opponent. They're a nightmare matchup. And PSG, they are starting to feel the pressure. Even in training, reports leak out Mbappe getting frustrated. Neymar, if he's healthy enough to watch, looking pensive. Hakimi being turned inside out by U21 backups. They know what's coming. Chelsea don't care about your market value. They don't care about your TikTok followers. They are not here to swap shirts and take selfies. They are here to win. And João Pedro is not just ready, he's smiling. Because when your own manager, the one whose job depends on beating Chelsea, says the opponent's striker is one of the best in the world, you know what that really means. He's seen the future, and it's blue. You know what's funny? For a club like PSG that's obsessed with control, financial, tactical, social media perceptional, they now find themselves in a game they can't control. Because Chelsea isn't built to play by the rules. Not anymore. We're chaos, but refined. Fire, but focused. And the worst part for PSG? We're just starting to believe in ourselves. That belief starts with João Pedro, yes, but it spreads like wildfire through the entire squad. This is a team that's tasted humiliation and now craves redemption. Every match since that corner turned, since Pochettino got his hands fully on the steering wheel, has been a lesson in rebuilding with defiance. Look at how we handle Fluminense, a team loaded with experience, pride, and the kind of Brazilian flair that could send casual defenders home in tears. But what did Chelsea do? We dismantled them, quietly, efficiently, and without mercy. João Pedro, 2 touches ahead of every defender. Enzo and Caicedo, playing like they had Wi-Fi to each other's minds. And Petrovic, he made saves that could only be described as personal. The players aren't just performing, they're learning in real time. They're sharpening each other. And the higher the stakes rise, the sharper we look. Now imagine being a PSG defender trying to prepare for that. You've got João Pedro, who goes into space like he's wearing an invisibility cloak. You've got Sterling, who will happily run 80 meters just to humiliate you in front of your teammates. You've got Palmer, who will receive the ball calmly, dribble past your best player like he's walking his dog, and then slot it bottom corner like at a training drill. This isn't a football match for PSG. This is an exam. And no amount of YouTube highlight reels from Mbappe is going to help them when the lights go on and Chelsea come out with eyes burning like they've got something to prove. And then there's the mind games. Luis Enrique, an intelligent coach, no doubt, tried to play the classic game, deflect pressure, compliment the opponent, kill them with kindness. But his words betrayed him. Because no top coach casually calls a player from the opposing team one of the best in the world unless 2 things are true. He means it. He's scared of what that player is about to do to him. You could practically hear the PSG press officers shift in their seat when he said it. But the truth had already slipped out. Luis Enrique knows football, has been to war with giants, and has seen something in João Pedro that shook him. And here's the fun part. João Pedro knows it too. Have you seen him lately? That smile before the match? That calm body language? He's not nervous. He's ready. Because unlike some of PSG's talents, who treat finals like fashion shows, João Pedro treats them like battlegrounds. Every touch he takes is purposeful. Every movement is backed by intent. And Chelsea fans? We feel it. This is what we've been waiting for. Not flashy signings. Not expensive logos. Just a squad that gets it. A squad that knows what it means to wear the badge. The fear PSG are feeling isn't just about tactics or statistics, it's cultural. Because Chelsea represents something PSG aren't used to facing. Grit. PSG are used to playing teams who try to contain them. Who parked the bus? Who kneel before the name on the back of the shirt? But Chelsea? We don't kneel. We press. We tackle. We run through you. We play with the arrogance of a team that's been at the top and want to go back now. And behind that arrogance is a truth. We're better than they expected. They looked at our squad sheet and saw youth. They saw injury records. They saw a coach still settling in. And now they see a unit with João Pedro up top and danger in every direction. The funny thing about fear is that it doesn't always show up as panic. Sometimes it shows up as overthinking. And you can bet PSG will be overthinking everything. Do they double João Pedro? Great. Now Sterling is free. Do they close down Palmer's left foot? Good luck. Now Enzo has space to launch rockets from midfield. Do they try to break us with pace? Hope Mbappe is in the mood, because Colwill and Desai don't blink. They hunt. And if it comes down to a tactical chess match, guess what? We have Pochettino, the man PSG sacked too early. The man who knows how to beat them from the inside out. Do you really think he's coming into this match unprepared? Please. This isn't just a final. It's a personal vendetta. It's Pucker's redemption arc, Joao Pedro's coronation, Chelsea's rebirth. And the best part? The world doesn't see it coming. They are still clinging to the Chelsea in transition narrative. Good. Let them. Because while they are busy sleeping, Chelsea are plotting. While they are posting filtered selfies, Chelsea are sculpting warriors in the gym. And while PSG fans are making TikToks as to povers, Chelsea fans are dreaming of silverware. And make no mistake, it's coming. What PSG still don't understand is that Chelsea aren't just playing for a trophy. This isn't just about silverware, match bonuses, or photo ops. It's about resurrection. It's about dragging a battered badge through the mud, through mockery, through months of headlines and hashtags, and walking out of it with glory. This is about identity. We've been called everything in the last 2 years: a financial experiment, a broken club, a banter side, a feeder for Brighton. But now, as the world turns its attention to this final, we're staring at the perfect response. Not a tweet, not a statement, not a PR campaign, just winning. Chelsea is not built for noise. We're built for nights like this. And the players, they feel it. João Pedro isn't just in form, he's on fire. There's a difference. Form is temporary. Fire burns everything in its path. He's making defenders second-guess every step, every clearance. He's forcing teams to react, and that's a sign of a truly elite attacker. You don't just play against João Pedro. You adjust your entire game plan around him. Luis Enrique saw that. That's why he said what he said. That one of the best in the world line, it wasn't fluff. It was forewarning. A coach sending subtle distress signals through compliments. The kind of praise that says, I've seen what he does in tight spaces, and my centre-backs are not sleeping well. And let's be honest, if João Pedro were wearing a PSG shirt right now, the French media will be building him a statue outside Parc des Princes. But his in blue. And in blue, he doesn't just shine. He haunts. But it's not just him. That's the real danger. Chelsea are not a one-man show. PSG might have built a team of names. Chelsea, we've built a team of roles. Enzo, the controller, the tempo setter, a man who can make 5 PSG midfielders disappear with one outside foot pass. Caicedo, the destroyer. He doesn't just tackle. He erases. His coverage isn't measured in meters. It's measured in fee. Palmer, the puzzle piece. Slot him in anywhere and he unlocks things. He's not flashy. He's efficient. And efficient is dangerous. Sterling? Well, let's just say Akraf Hakimi is going to feel like he's been chasing shadows all evening. And by minute 60, he'll be thinking more about his next vacation than stopping another Sterling cut inside. Desai, Colwill, they don't panic. They don't chase. They wait, they time, and then they pounce. PSG's slick passing and fancy rotations will mean nothing when they are running into defenders who defend like they are on a mission from heaven. And then there's Reece James. Even half it, Reece James carries a kind of threat that turns elite wingers into fullbacks. He plays like a tank with feet of silk. And if it's available for even 20 minutes, PSG's left side better start writing their will. Because Reece isn't just playing for a final. He's playing to reclaim his throne. There's a storm coming. And PSG knows it. They won't admit it in interviews. They'll pretend it's business as usual. But their analysts are sweating over João Pedro's movement. Their video team is burning through clips of Caicedo's pressing. Their medical staff is probably offering prayer circles to make sure Mbappe has his fastest legs on. But even he can't do it alone. And Chelsea? We don't need miracles. We need execution. And that's what we're bringing. You want emotion? You'll see it in Pochettino's eyes when he leads a team out. The man PSG fire now standing in their way. No revenge speech needed. Just 3 points. And silence. You want hunger? Watch Mudryk warming up. Watch the bench. Broha, you got you. Gusto. Even Thiago Silva with his arms folded like a silent commander. Every man is locked in. Because this isn't a cup final. It's a statement. And Chelsea are ready to shout it from the mountaintop. And when the players line up in the tunnel, you'll see it. Not nerves. Not arrogance. But purpose. Chelsea won't be looking to the stands or fiddling with their sleeves. They'll be locked in, focused. Every one of them will know exactly why they are there and what it means to finish the job. Across from them, PSG will see a wall of blue shirts and real belief. No distractions, no ego, just a quiet, shared mission. Take everything. You see, the thing about fear is that it doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just watches. And that's what PSG will do when Chelsea walk out first, when João Pedro leads the line, when Enzo cracks his knuckles and Palmer calmly tightens his boots. They'll watch and feel it in their chest. This isn't the Chelsea of chaos anymore. This is a Chelsea of conviction. And maybe that's what frightens the most. That the storm is no longer noisy. That the rebuild they laughed at now moves with terrifying silence. That the jokes have stopped and the results are speaking instead. And behind it all, 3,000 fans in the stadium and millions more around the world ready to erupt. Ready to witness something that isn't just historic, it's emotional. Because let's not lie, this has been painful. The last year and a half, 2 years, they've been hard. False dawns, injuries, managerial chaos, media noise, headlines about owners and money instead of football. Everyone had something to say. But tonight, only one thing matters. The badge. And the badge will be backed by a squad who never gave up, who fought through form, critics, and expectation to arrive here, on merit. No gifts, no flukes, just performances that built belief. And now the world has a front row seat to the rebirth of Chelsea Football Club. So let PSG bring the glitz. Let them warm up with Bluetooth speakers and oversized headphones. Let them post stories and prepare rehearsed celebrations. Chelsea won't notice. Chelsea will be too busy working. Because when João Pedro turns with the ball at his feet and the PSG backline freezes, they'll remember Luis Enrique's words. They'll remember that quiet warning. One of the best in the world. And in that moment, they'll know it was never just a compliment. It was a prophecy, one that's about to come true. Because Chelsea don't fear finals. We become them. And this final, it belongs to us. Blue Heart, if this story made your blue heart beat faster, don't forget to smash the like button. It takes 1 second, and it helps the channel massively. Move a camera if you're not subscribed yet. What are you doing? Join the family. We've got more Chelsea content, match breakdowns, emotional stories, raw opinions, and narratives you won't get anywhere else. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss what's coming. Speech balloon and hey, tell me in the comments. What do you think the final score will be? Will João Pedro deliver? Will Enzo run the show? Who's your prediction for man of the match? I'll be reading every single one. Let's show the world just how alive this fan base is. Up to Chelsea. Always. Because blue isn't just a color. It's a final.